forgot to record. So again, 25 is the answer here. So number 2. Uh, Amy's walking speed is 6 meters per second. She walks from home to the shopping mall in 4 minutes. What is the distance between Amy's home and the shopping mall in meters? So anyone who knows what is the answer? Okay, Mr. Ethan can answer this problem. You can start annotating and turning on your microphone.
So if it's 6 meters per second,
Yes.
4 minutes is equal to 4 times 60 seconds, which is equal to 240 seconds. And then 6 meters times 240 seconds is equal to 1440 meters.
Yes, that's correct. So thank you, Mr. Ethan, for sharing your solution and wonderful explanation. So yes, this is correct. First, you must um convert minutes into seconds, which is 4 minutes times 60 seconds. Is it then after converting, you multiply the speed of Amy by the converted time. So 6 minutes times 240 seconds is equal to 1,440 meters. So any questions regarding this problem?
No, sir.
Okay, so thank you again, Mr. Ethan, for sharing your solution. So we will proceed to number 3. So, thank you. So Peter walks for 300 meters and his walking speed is 5 meters per second. How many seconds is or are required? So this is just almost the same problem as the one before. So anyone wants to answer this or so none? So this is just the same, almost the same as the one or the previous problem. So we have 5 meters per second. So 5 meters per second. And then the total distance, which is 300 meters. So how many seconds or what is the time? So we just need to divide 300 by 5. So the answer here should be 60 seconds. So any questions? Yes, the answer is 1 minute or 60 seconds. The, the, the question asks for how many seconds, so the answer should be in seconds instead of answering in 1 minute, in minutes. So no more questions, right? So we'll proceed to number 4. John needs 21 days to finish a project. Mary needs 42 days to finish the same project. If John and Mary do the project together, how long do they need to finish it? So again, anyone who wants to answer? So since there's none, okay, you can try Mr. Ethan. You can start annotating and turning on your microphone.
Hello?
Okay, we can hear you.
Okay, so there's we need to convert the 21 days to a fraction. So
Yes.
like this. Plus we need to plus and then another number we convert to fraction.
That's correct.
So it equals 242. Wait a minute.
This should be 3.
Yes, and then plus
Oh,
142.
my bad. Sorry.
So it equals 3.2, 42.
Yes.
It equals 1 or 14, right?
Right.
Okay.
1/14.
So the answer is 14 days.
Yes, that's correct. So, thank you for sharing your answers, Mr. Jake and Lee Huang Kwan. And thank you also, Mr. Ethan, for sharing your solution and wonderful explanation. So, yes, this is correct. You just need to add the rate of John and Mary, the rate of how fast they walk, they work. So 1/21 plus 1/42 is just equal to 3/42. Simplifying, you will get 14. So 1/14. So the answer here should be 14 days. So any questions regarding this problem? So again, you just need to add the rate or the how fast. Oh, what did you say, Mr. Ethan? So again, you just need to add the rate or how fast John and Mary work this for the same project. So any questions? None.
No.
We will proceed to the next problem. So 3 over Ming's grandmother's age this year adds 14. Okay, Mr. Ashton wants to answer this problem. And Mr.
Okay,
Matthew also,
so
if you have different solution.
in this question, we do working backwards.
Yes, that's
So
correct.
first, the result is 16 years old, as the question says it. So next, 16 times 9 is equivalent to 144,
Yes,
which is the divided by 9, since we reverse it. And
yes,
then 144 plus 56 is 200. 200 divided by 2 is 100. And lastly, 100 minus 14 is 86, and that's our answer.
yes, that's correct. The answer here should be 86. So, Mr. Matthew, do you have different solution? Or do you have, okay. So, thank you, Mr. Ashton and Mr. Matthew, for sharing your um, answers. So, again, thank you. So, yes, this is correct. You just need to do it backwards again, just like what Mr. Ashton did. 16 times 9 and then plus 56. You get 200 divided by 2, 100 minus 14, 86. So yes, thank you. Thank you for sharing that you have the same solution. So that's good. Get this correct. So again, thank you, Mr. Ashton, for sharing your solution and explanation. So any questions? None, right? So we will proceed to number 6. So this is just the same as the number 5, I guess. If I'm not wrong. Yes, this is just the same. So a stationery store had a batch of ball pens, one half, and 5 more pens were sold on the first day. One half of the remaining part and 8 more pens were sold on the second day. Finally, 24 ball pens are left. How many ball pens did the stationery store have originally? So anyone wants to answer this? So this is just the same as the previous problem. I'm not the phone. Okay, Mr. Lu Wudakan. I don't know how to pronounce your name, so you can start. You can start annotating and opening your mic. Share your solution. minutes. You can start annotating now. Mr. or is this Miss? Mr. Lu Bodakan? You can start answering now. Oh, your mic broke. So you can just annotate and I will explain your solution, I guess. Yes, the answer here should be 138. So so to answer this, this is just the same as the previous problem. You do it backwards. So we have 24 plus 8, right? And then you multiply it by 2 since it is said that 1/2 of the remaining part, so you need to multiply it by 2. So you get 64 here.
64.
Yes, that's correct. And then you multiply again by, you add 5 since it is stated that 5 more pens were sold on the first day.
We add 64
Yes, yes, that's correct.
and multiply it by 2.
Yes, 69, and then 69 times 2 is 130. So thank you, Miss Lynn Lat Yatimao, for sharing how to do this. So again, this is correct. So the answer here should be 130.
I shared it. No, me.
Did you say something? I'm sorry. So again, the answer here should be 138. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, so we'll proceed to number 7. Arithmetic. So find the value of 111,111. So okay, Mr. Matthew wants to answer this. You can start annotating and
the one in the question is there is 1 times and there is 612. So the answer is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
yes. Yes, that's correct. So actually there is a pattern here that you can see. So we have 1 times 1 to 1, 11 times 11.
Yeah, it have a pattern.
This is a pattern, I guess, if I'm not wrong. 1, 3. We have, if we have 3 ones, we have 1, 2, 3, and then 2, 1, right? So we have, since we have 6 ones, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 5, 4, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yes. So again, thank you, Mr. Matthew, for sharing your solution. So the answer here should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So any questions regarding this problem? So just remember this pattern, I guess. So if none, we'll proceed to number 8. And as I said, it's like what I said earlier, we have a pattern. We have 4 ones, so 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So number 8, find the value of 1 over 1 times 2 plus 1 over 2 times 3 up until 1 over 21 times 22. So anyone wants to answer this? So if none, so again, to solve this problem, you just need to find first the difference of the denominator. Yes, the answer here is 21 over 22. So to answer this, you just first get the difference between the denominators and then multiply it by the reciprocal. And then multiply the difference by the reciprocal of the difference by the first term and the difference between the first term and the last term. So we have 1 over 1 minus 1 over 22.
122.
Yes, that's correct. So the answer here should be 21 over 22.
21 over
So,
22.
any questions regarding this problem?
No question.
Okay, so we will proceed to number 9. So this is quite easy, I guess. Number 8. Number 9. So find the value of 1 times 2 plus 2 times 3 plus 3 times 4 plus etc. up until 219 times 20. So anyone wants to answer this? So if none, so to solve this problem, we just need to find a common factor or find a pattern. So just like this one, we have 1 times 2, which is just equal to 1 times 1 plus 1, right? And then 2 times 3 is just equal to 2 times 2 plus 2, and etc. up until to 19. We have 19 times 19 plus 19. Since we already have this kind of sequence, so we have 1 squared plus 2 squared plus 3 squared up until to 19 squared plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. So we can now, up until to 19, sorry, up until to 19, this is 4. So we can now solve it easier. So we have a pattern arithmetic sequence here and also another arithmetic sequence here. So this is just n squared, summation of n squared, the first one, plus the summation of n for the second one, right? First one and second one. So since we already established this one, so we have the arithmetic sequence formula for n squared is just equal to n times n plus 1 times 2n plus 1 all over 6. And then the sequence formula for arithmetic sequence formula for n, summation of n is just equal to n plus 1 all over 2, right? So since we have up until to 19 from the previous equation before, so we have 19 times 20 plus times 39 all over 6 plus 19 times 20 all over 2. So evaluating this, we would get 2,470 plus 190. So the final answer here should be 2,660. So again, find a pattern that you can make out on arithmetic sequence and then use arithmetic sequence formula to solve this kind of problem. So any questions regarding this problem? So the answer here should be 2,660. So again, 2,660 is the answer. So since there's no more question, we'll proceed to number 10. Find the value of 1,003 squared minus 997 squared. So anyone wants to answer this? Okay, Mr. Daniel Canaria wants to answer this. You can start annotating and...
Okay, sir.
Okay.
The way to solve these kinds of questions the way to subtract different square numbers is when is A plus B times
Yes, that's correct, Mr. Ashton.
A minus B. So that would be 1003 plus 997. That equals 2000.
That's correct.
And then we do subtraction. 1003 minus 997 equals 6.
Yes, that's correct.
Then we do multiplication. That gives us that would give us 12,000.
Yes, that's correct. So thank you, Mr. Daniel, for sharing your wonderful solution and explanation. So this is correct. The answer here is 12,000. So to solve this problem, if you see this kind of expression, you can do it this way for easier calculation. So this is really correct. So again, thank you, Mr. Daniel. And for those who shared their answer on the chat, so thank you also. So again, the answer here should be 12,000. Any questions or clarifications regarding this problem? If none, we'll continue to number 11. So find the value of 1/2 plus 1/4 plus 1/8 plus 1/16 plus 1/32 plus 1/64. So anyone wants to answer this? Yes, that's correct. The answer here should be 63/64. Okay, Mr. Ethan wants to share his solution regarding this problem.
So we can do this using the sum of geometric sequence formula, which is
You can also use that.
S of n is equal to 1 minus r to the n power over 1 minus r.
Yes.
Since r is 2, 1 minus 2 to the 6th power, 2 to the 6th power 64. So this is negative 63. And this is negative 1. So negative 63 over negative 1 is equal to 63. So the sum of the bottom one, sum of 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, 32, and 64. Wait. First term. R should be the first term. So, 1 minus R to the n, and then 1 minus
Basement.
So this is the formula for the sum. R is the first term. So 1 minus 1/2 to the 6th power. No, R is supposed to be
64.
2 to the 6th power is 64.
Yes.
So 1 minus R to the n is negative 63 over, that's negative 1, 63. So it's 63 over 64.
Yes, that's correct. So yes, you can also use this formula, or you can directly use 64 here, I guess. So Mr. Philip, you have another solution?
I just add them.
Okay, you can show your solution, I guess, if you want. You can show your solution, Mr. Philip. Okay. So yes, that's also correct. You have a different solution from Mr. Ethan. So yes, that's correct. So thank you for sharing your solution, Mr. Philip and Mr. Ethan. So there are two solutions that are shown here. The one that Mr. Philip shown and Mr. Ethan. So yes, you can use geometric sequence formula, which is 1 minus Rn again, and 1 minus R. R is the first term and N is the number of terms. Or you can also use, or you can also do it directly, which is to use directly use 64 as the denominator and then divide it by 2. You got 32 here, and then 16 plus
8,
8, and then
4, and
yeah,
2, and
2
1.
and 1. Yes, that's correct. So you can also use this one for simpler solution. So you will still arrive at the same answer, 63 over 64. So any questions? If none, we'll proceed. So again, thank you, Mr. Ethan and Mr. Philip, for sharing your solution, and for those who shared the answer in the chat. So number 12. Find the value of 2.01 times 10 plus 2.01 times 20 plus 2.01 times 30 plus. Okay, Mr. Ashton wants to answer this.
Okay, so what I did here was 2.01 times 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40,
Yes, that's correct.
which is 2.01 times 100, which is 201.
Yes, that's correct. So this is the easiest way to do this. You need to factor out 2.01 from the total equation. So just like what Mr. Ashton has shown, 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40 times 2.01 is equal to 201. So any questions regarding this problem? So this is quite easy, I guess. So number 13, proceed to number 13. Number 3. Okay, Mr. Matthew wants to answer this. Find operation symbol A, B, A times B. Find the value of 4, 2 times 3.
A operation with B is equal A times B plus 7. So we operate 2 A become 2, B become 3. So 2 operation 3. 2 and then 2 times 3 because there is A times B, and then we plus with 3 plus 7
Yes.
equal 6 plus 3 equal 9, 9 plus 7 equal 16.
Yes.
And then 16 we operate with 16. So the A become 4, B become 16. So 4 times 16 plus 16 plus 7 equal equal 60 times 20 equal 87.
Yes, that's correct. So the answer here should be 87. So thank you, Mr. Matthew, for sharing your solution and wonderful explanation. So yes, first you must do to symbol 3. Then after you get the answer here, you will use you will then proceed to 4 symbol of what the answer here. So again, thank you, Mr. Matthew, for sharing your solution, and for those in the chat who shared the answer. So 87 is the answer here. Any questions?
No, sir.
We'll proceed to the next problem. Find the number of factors for 901. Anyone wants to answer this? Find the number of factors for 901. So to solve this for this problem, you just need to find or to prime factorize this number. So prime factors for 901 is 17 and 53, right? So to find the number of factors, you just need to multiply the exponents, which is added by 1. So since we have an exponent of 1 here and 1 here, so you just need to add 1 plus 1 times the exponent again for the second factor, which is again 1 plus 1. So the answer here should be 4. So any questions? So again, to find the number of factors, you just need to, yes, that's correct. Yes, 4. The answer here should be 4. So to solve faster, you just use this formula. Yes, the answer is 4. So no more questions here, right? If none, we'll proceed to number 15. Okay, Mr. Rayleigh wants to answer number 15.
Okay. My solution is sum of 5 consecutive numbers is 125. So
Yes.
first take 125 divided by 5. You
Yes.
get 5 because that's 5 cubed divided by 5. Subtract the power of 1, so we get 5 squared, 25.
Yes.
And that's the answer because you don't actually need to get the other numbers because we're looking for the middle number. And when you divide, you get the middle number first. If you look for the other numbers like 26, 24,
Yes, that's right.
the problems. But in this problem, we just ask for middle. So the answer is 25.
Yes, that's correct. So the answer here should be 25. So thank you, Mr. Rayleigh, for sharing your answer and solution. So yes, that's correct. You just need to divide 125 by 5, and then since you find the average is the middle of the pack. So this means that the answer here should be the middle of the consecutive numbers. So meaning 25 is the middle. So questions? If none, we'll proceed to number 16, right? No more questions here. Number 16. So after this, we will have a break. Okay, Mr. Ashton wants to answer this one.
Okay, so in this question, we can express this with algebra. So A plus B is 480.
Yes.
And then A equals 5B. So so the equation is actually 5B plus B equals 480, equals 6b equals 480.
Yes.
Divide both sides by 6, b equals 80. And since we're looking for a, 80 times 5 is 400, and that's our answer.
Yes, that's correct. 400 is the answer here. So, do you have the same solution as Mr. Ashton, Mr. Matthew?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so yes, that's correct. Just like what Mr. Ashton presented. Just like this one. A plus B is equal to 480, A is equal to 5B. Substitute A to B. In the first equation, we have 6B is equal to 480, A is equal to 400. So any questions? So if none, we will have a 10.
So you're muted.
We will have 10-minute break. So be back at 10:50. 9. I mean 9. This is 9. I'm sorry. So we're back. So we're back. Proceed. No more questions here, right? We will proceed to number 17. How many three-digit numbers that can be divisible by 3 and of units digit 5 is or are there? So anyone who wants to answer this? So the 3-digit must have a units digit of 5. So to answer this, check divisibility rule of 3. It's not included, only 3. So divisibility rule of 3, if you add the sum of the numbers should be divisible by 3, right? So for example, we have 105. Units digit is 5 always. That's what's stated by the problem. So 1 plus 0 plus 5 is 6. It is divisible by 3. Another. Yes, that's correct. Add the digits of number, then divisible by 3. So we have 1 plus 0 plus 5, which is 6, divisible by 3. 135, which is again divisible by 3. 1 plus 3, 4 plus 5, 9, divisible by 3. Then 165, etc. until you get 915, 945, and 975. So since you already have these numbers, you can see that there is a pattern here, right? There is a common difference of 30. You have 30 here, then 30 here, 30 here, 30, 30. So we can use the number of terms formula. So actually the answer here should be 30. So the answer here should be 30. So number of terms formula is given by, again, last term 175 minus 105 all over the common difference, which is 30, and then plus 1. So 29 plus 1 is equal to 30. So the answer here should be 30. So again, to solve this problem, check the divisibility rule of 3, which is you add all the numbers, and the numbers or the sum of the numbers should be divisible by 3. And since it is also stated that the units digit should be 5, so the units digit must always be 5. So even if 900 is divisible by 3, it is not a possible number because the units digit is not 5. So any questions regarding this problem? So if none, we'll proceed to the next problem. So thank you for sharing your answers on the chat. So there are 3 prime numbers. Their product is 70. Find the value of the largest number among these 3 numbers. I'm sorry. So anyone wants to answer this? Okay, that's correct. Mr. Daniel Canaria wants to answer this.
So, so what, so what is, what I'm going to do is we have to prime factorize the number 70.
Yes, that's correct.
So 70 turns into 2. And then it's also divisible by 5 and divisible by 7. And it's right because 2 times, that's a plus. 2 times 5 times 7 is
70.
equal to 70.
That's correct.
So what we're going to do is we have to find the largest number. So 5 is greater than 2, but 5 is less than 7. So 7 is the greatest number.
Yes, that's correct. The answer here should be 7. So you just need to prime factorize 70, which is 2 times 5 times 7, and then get the greatest number, which is 7. So any questions regarding this problem? If none, we'll proceed to number 18. Again, prime factorize 70, you will get the largest number. So geometry category. The perimeter of an equilateral triangle is 48, and the height is 5. Find the area. So anyone wants to answer this? Okay, Mr. Matthew wants to answer this.
The
Yeah.
question said the triangle is equilateral.
Yes.
So we need to find one side of the triangle. So 48 divide 3 because the triangle have three same sides, three length,
Yes.
same sides, equal 16. And then 16 times 5 equal 16 times 5 equal
80.
80.
Yes.
And then divide by 2. We divide by 2 equal 40. So the area of the triangle is 40 centimeter square.
Yes, that's correct. So the answer here should be 40. So again, since it is equilateral triangle, all sides have the same length. So we have 48 as perimeter. So perimeter is just 3s. 48 divided by 3 is 16. Then area of the triangle is given by 1/2 VH. Since we have 5, which is the height, so we have 5 here times 16. Again, the same as what Mr. Matthew has shown earlier. We have 80 divided by 2 is 40. So thank you, Mr. Matthew, for sharing your solution and answer. So yes, this is correct. The answer here is 40. So for those also who share their answer on the chat, so thank you also. So any questions? It's okay, Mr. Ethan. So any questions? If none, we'll proceed to the next problem. Number 20. The sum in the area of two squares with integral side length is 100. What is the side length of the larger square? Anyone who wants to answer this? So, since none, so to solve this, no. I'm sorry, I got disconnected. So, wait, I'll share the one again. So anyone who wants to answer this? I'm sorry, I got disconnected. Wait. So to solve this problem, okay, Mr. Daniel wants to answer this. You can start answering now. Oh no, the internet is quite low. Hello.